Well, hello folks, welcome to an early morning, Wednesday morning, June 6th or 7th? 7th, June 7th. So, yeah, we're getting up and we're hitting the road and heading to New Brunswick. So this is my first trip this year away. Typically I do this trip kind of around this time, but most of the time it's like a month ago. So we're a bit later getting around to doing this. So I've got a list of 24 sites that I need to visit all through New Brunswick. So I'm gonna come in and go up through, first stop is Miramichi, but then I'm gonna go all the way up through, let's call the right side of New Brunswick. So Miramichi, Fredericton, Bathurst, all that stuff, up all the way to Campbellton, and then loop around to like Edmundston, Heartland, Bristol, Perth, all that stuff. Come down in through Fredericton. There's a bunch of sites in Fredericton, and then one all the way out over by St. Andrews, which is like the border, getting close to the border of the States. And then I think that's gonna be my last stop, and then it's just gonna be a straight run there from home. So it's 4:30 in the morning right now, and I'm hoping to be home by tomorrow at supper time. So I've got, what do I have, like 36 hours to hit 24 sites and do a lot of driving. So I'm gonna reset my mileage here right now and see exactly how far I travel. So this will be my first trip like this in a Ram, not even the Ram, in a Ram. Last year when the guy started using the 3500 dually to float equipment around, I wasn't involved in that at all. I had the guys doing it, and that truck only went in Nova Scotia because it's not apportioned and it's not IFTA. So the 550 was still doing the New Brunswick run, the PEI run, but the 3500 did up to like Cape Breton. So it's still a good trip, but nothing like this. But obviously I wouldn't be sending my 550 with equipment to drive this much. I'm doing all the prep work now so that we can create a route and it's efficient as possible. So anyway, let's hit the road here. It's dark, so no sense really recording anything right now at all. Just this little intro on our trip ahead and see how this truck does. Alright, so one complaint that I definitely have about these 4th gen Rams, and my XLT 350 really isn't much better, but it is better, is the headlights. The headlights are absolute garbage in these trucks. They are garbage. For a 2017 Limited truck to have headlights this bad. But anyway, yeah, if there's any headlight manufacturers out there that want me to test out a set of LED headlights for them, you know where to find me in the comment section. Well, oh man. Bye-bye Nova Scotia. Welcome to New Brunswick. Maybe those, that overpass there are so rough so that you know you can't miss when you're leaving Nova Scotia and getting into New Brunswick. Alright, well, 2 sites into this trip, and the truck's already starting to take a mud kicking. So here's what it looks like after 2 sites. Let's see how bad this thing looks after 24. Because most of the roads are going to be like or worse than this, especially after all that rain. Well, alright, here comes the most scenic part of the tour so far. We're just coming into Miramichi. Driven 522 kilometers so far. Actually more than that because the tire size is larger, so the speedometer is not correct. So this part of the drive on this side is not that scenic when you come up through. If you come up here now and you turn right and go down to Carrickit and then drive around down to Bathurst and down that way along the water. It's really nice, but I'll be going along the highway because I'm not here for the scenic part of things. This is Miramichi. So I don't have to go to Campbellton now. Apparently, that one there is good. So once I get to my last site up here past Bathurst, then I'll let the maps lead me across through the woods over to the Edmundston side. So I won't be going, I don't think I'll be going up and around. I think I'll be cutting through, but it all depends on how far up here I end up. I'll let the maps decide that. It's kind of a scary thing to do sometimes with the maps. You never know if they're going to lead you into some old woods road or what, but hope for the best. And that river right there is really flowing. We got a lot of rain. They must have got a lot up here too, but it connects into the ocean, but that has nothing to do with why it's raging right now. Bathurst. Now we're in Bathurst. I don't know what you guys can see because it's so cloudy and foggy and stuff through here, but we're getting into a bit of mountains. So actually I believe that it is going to get me to go into Campbellton and then go up around that way and down through Edmundston, because the last site is like Dalhousie, and that's right before Campbellton. So yeah, like 99% positive that I'm gonna have to go up to Campbellton and then wrap around to Edmundston. Yeah, I just wanted to show this. So we got this culvert here just teeming down full of water, and it's not even really raining that hard right now, but we've had a lot of rain in the last like 5-6 days, that's for sure. I assume it's been close to the same up there, but whoever designed this road build using these large culverts, I think those are like 24-inch culverts. Whoever did this road design, if they got it right the first time, they did pretty good. I mean, the road may have washed out a couple times on them and then they realized they needed bigger culverts, but if they got this right the first time, they did good, because there is a lot of water. A lot of water. Look at this. Look at that worm. A smaller culvert would not handle that. The whole road would be gone. So, right there straight ahead is like an Appalachian style mountain up here in Campbellton. There's a couple of them, and it's just kind of weird how they're just there. Like there's a few of them, like there's lots of, you know, hills and stuff here, but then there's like that one, and then there's another big one that's way up, and there's actually a tower at the top of it, believe it or not. But we're not going up there. We're not going up there today, there or the high one. We're just kind of blazing by them. So my next site is gonna be up in Edmundston, and I don't feel like going into Campbellton, like really at all, even though I am getting, you know, pretty hungry. It's 4 o'clock right now. I'm just gonna keep going. I've got 3/4 of a tank of fuel. I got my slip tank full, so I'm just gonna keep going through, and it's telling me that it's gonna be another 2 hours and 15 minutes before I get there. So I'm not gonna get there till like 20 after 6. And that's in Edmundston. And there's a couple sites around there, and then heading down towards like Bristol and Heartland. I really hoped to get as far as Woodstock today, but I don't know. I don't know if gonna make it there or not, because it definitely be late. Not that that's the end of the world, but I need light in order to take the photos and stuff that I need for these sites. Climbed a long ways, and now we're coming down. Look at this straightaway. Can you imagine this being like on a sled? You'd be flying. You might even make it to the top. Well, here's some construction that I imagine is causing some disruption. Holy cow, they got the whole road tore up. They must put new water mains and everything in through here. New sewer system. They got it completely torn to pieces. Alright, well. Here we go, I guess. I don't remember seeing this when I came through here before, but we're into like a farming area here. We just went from complete forestry, 100% forestry in like Kedgwick and Campbellton. And now these are all farm fields. I don't remember seeing this before at all. This is so, this is weird. I missed the best part. Like it was literally just all fields. I think there's a couple more looking at the overhead map. Yeah, here's some more big fields here. Soil looks good. That was really weird. You know, it went from like an area where outside of Kedgwick there's a lot of rundown houses and stuff, or abandoned houses, and then Kedgwick, that's where the construction was going on, and it's literally all forestry. I don't know what this little town is called. I guess I'll find out when I get up through here, but this is a pretty neat little spot. Oh, St. Quentin. I've been through here before quite a few times, but I just never noticed all those farm fields before. And the second you get outside of St. Quentin, you're right back in forestry country. It's so strange. I've never noticed that before. It just goes from 100% forestry to farming, and now we're right back to forestry again. So check this out. I don't know if you guys can get a glimpse of this or not. Some free, yeah, right at the top of the trees there. That's where the tower is. But I've got to go all the way in to Edmundston, hook on a road, and come all the way back out through. If you can see there on the maps. Ugh. But then the other one is supposed to be right in Edmundston somewhere, so it shouldn't be too far. And then I do want to start making my way back to Fredericton area. Back to, I got Perth-Andover and Hartland and Bristol and a whole bunch of places. I do want to make it back that way. I don't know where I'm going to stay, because I don't think there's a whole lot of many hotels back that way, but I want to get at least back there by like 10 o'clock tonight. That way I got a good start on tomorrow. I want to get out of Edmundston. Pretty weird spot up here. I have never been to this part of Edmundston before. Up here in the mountains, I'm gonna call them. Just weird. I never knew this existed up here. Person behind me can definitely tell that I'm not a local. The speed limit is 50 through here. I'm doing like 60, 65. And she just flew up on me. A big complex up there. I don't know what that is. It's huge. What is that? Holy. Well, I don't want to miss my turn here, especially since I don't have a clue where I'm going. Oh, a little gas station. A little convenience store. This is like a whole nother world that I never knew existed. Alright, so here is what I've decided that I'm gonna do. I am going to drive as far as Grand Falls and spend the night there. I haven't called for a hotel yet, but there's a few. There's one called the Hilltop. That's where I typically stay. It's actually right next to the Grand Falls, so I might be able to get some footage of that tonight or tomorrow morning, whatever is daylight. Because everything is literally just past Grand Falls. So there's Summerfield, Bristol, Placer Rock, Heartland, Lawrenceville, and then it's Fredericton for like 5 or 6 sites around there, and then the last one is way out in St. Andrews, and then a drive home. So it just makes the most sense to park my butt in Grand Falls for tonight. If I drove past it, I would end up just coming back to the hotel anyway. I really wouldn't get any further ahead, and I might not even have daylight anyway by the time that I get to the site to take the photos and stuff that I need to. So Grand Falls it is for tonight. Make a phone call, get a hotel. So they got the dam closed up and they're not allowing a ton of water through right now, but it's pretty spectacular, isn't it? So I'm staying right up there. Cool view out there. Get a really good view. But I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to work. So this is what I get. Oh, another rainy, dreary day. There's a lot of people here. I don't think anybody's up yet. We gotta find a Tim Hortons and a gas station. All right, on our way to the next one in the books. We just went through Placer Rock and now we're heading to Perth. This is a really nice river. I'm really digging this. I like living on the lakes, obviously, but for fishing and stuff, it'd be cool to live on a river. Just walk out your backyard and take a cast every night. So yeah, I know that some people are watching this channel from up around these areas, so I know it's kind of cool to hear your hometown in the video. So Placer Rock, now we're on Perth-Andover in about 25 minutes. This is a pretty cool little road through here. So I got like mountains on either side of me, and I'm just driving through in the valley, kind of like a little river. I don't imagine this road was cheap to build. It's solid ledge on both sides. Yeah, this road would not have been cheap to build. Very cool. I don't think I've been on this road before. I've done a lot of driving around in New Brunswick doing this tower work. I mean, like a lot. In the last 10 years or so, I've been to pretty much everywhere. I've been everywhere. But there's still a few roads that I haven't been on before. It just depends on what route you're taking, right? Like where you're coming from, where you're going. Maps finds the best route, I guess, for you. But yeah, this is neat. There's a river off to my left. Obviously you can't see it because of all the trees, but yeah, it's a cool little drive through here. It's kind of amazing actually that they would build this road. Because I mean, there's no houses out here at all. It's not like there's going to be houses getting built on this. There we go. There's some houses. We got a bridge coming up here. So this is actually the St. John River. This nice big river, not this one. I actually didn't realize how big the St. John River was, but it goes like all the way through New Brunswick. Alright, so we have made it to Perth-Andover, it looks like. No, I guess we're not going across the bridge. Oh yeah, we are, up here. There she is. Yeah, like, this river's huge.
In 400 meters, turn right onto New Brunswick 109.
I knew it was like big as wide as what it was, because I've stayed in places right next to it before. I just didn't really realize that it stretched like the entire province, basically. I don't think this is a new bridge by any means.
Continue on New Brunswick 109 for 1
kilometer. Cool. Sometimes you end up in situations like this. The sites are right off the highway. You can see them, but you can't get to them. And then to get to the next one, you're going all over the place. The maps doesn't take you right to the door. A lot of times it takes you to the nearest point, and then you gotta take a look at the map, backtrack all over the place, try to figure out the route. Sometimes you got no cell service. So yeah, it turns into be longer than what you expected. And obviously some rough road situations. Alright, so this tower that I'm going to right now, this is actually pretty cool because I was part of building this tower. I was a crew of 4 people, sometimes 3, that built the road to this tower. I'm gonna guess, I don't know, how long ago was that? It's gotta be 13, 14 years ago now, I'm guessing. Let's see what it looks like. It was quite the build, I can tell you that. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna put it into 4-wheel drive because I know there's some pretty steep parts here. Yeah, the brush is starting to grow in. Get up here to a switchback. I think the power line goes up over the hill. Yeah, this is pretty closed in. Yeah, so there's the one guy anchor. And then the power line, yep, power line goes up over the hill. Oh, this sucks. Nice and slow. The leaves are soft. It's just rained. Basically just grabbed off of this side of the bank, threw it over this way, and then we brought some stuff in for a top coat. Definitely grown in, that's for sure. Definitely with nothing done here since we put the road in. Yeah, this is really grown in actually, but it's too steep right now to back up. It's really hard to believe that that is a river. It's huge. It's the length, width, I guess. It's the width of most lakes around here. And it's a river. It's crazy. Alright, so where am I right now? Dumfries. So outside Fredericton. I got one more to do around there, Durham Bridge. And then I've got to go all the way to St. Andrews. And then home. It's 1 o'clock right now. Man, I'm thinking it's gonna be like 10 o'clock by the time that I get home. Which, you know, sort of sucks. Was hoping to get home in time to put Bauer to bed, but that's not gonna happen, it doesn't look like. Well, this is Fredericton. I was almost over where I need to be, going across the bridge, and then there's a fire truck. It's got the bridge blocked off. So I had to come right downtown Fredericton and hook onto another bridge to get across. You can see there's an old one that was in. Now we got to get on this new one. Fredericton's busy. There's a bunch of construction going on in there too. I've only ever been really downtown, like driving around Fredericton like once before. I didn't realize it was this busy. Because typically when I'm up here working, I stay up top. I don't come down here. Just check into hotels up there and stay away from the rat race. But this time I had no choice. They got the bridge back opened up. St. Andrews. Here we come. Well, here we are in St. John. Of course, I'm coming through here in rush hour traffic. And just like everywhere else in this province, there's construction. Like everywhere. I think they're working on every single bridge and overpass in New Brunswick right now. So it's taking a lot longer to get through here than what it typically does. Typically, this city seems to be designed pretty good, like the highway on the outskirts. It's usually pretty quick getting through here because they got, well, that's a whole nother lane over there usually. Now we're down to one side of the bridge. So usually you got two lanes over there. But here it is. Here's St. John. They got a huge waterfront down there. Everything is like closed off, so everyone has to go through here. A lot of concrete in this situation here. Here we go. Let's find the next construction spot. There's a big container ship coming in. Huge container ship coming in. There's where the Sea Dogs play. TD station. Alright. Well, here we go, folks. It's starting to look a lot like home. Bye-bye, New Brunswick. Hello, Nova Scotia. Now, Alright folks, well I literally just got back. 2184, so 2200 kilometers, but it's more than that because of the tires being bigger. Truck did really good on fuel for how many stops I made and accelerating and all that sort of stuff, so yep, really good. That's it. So the Ram did awesome. Big time trip. First trip with this truck. First like long trip with a Ram. And I'm satisfied. Very satisfied. But anyway guys, it's really dark, so that's gonna do it I guess. If you can see me. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. It was a good trip.